My friend, stupidity knows no bounds at times, and that is indeed the case with The View, Whoopi Goldberg's gathering of cronies, where they like to just pump out some of the dumbest crap imaginable with what they say. And today, I think they might have taken the cake with what they said that was beyond moronic, and we're going to take a look at this clip here where they had a special guest on the show to talk about this. So as you can see here, this person, this fella, I don't know how to pronounce his name because I really don't care. Eli, maybe is how you say it, but like I said, I really don't care because this person doesn't know what he's talking about at all. He says the Constitution is kind of trash. So we're going to take a look at the clip here, and then we're going to absolutely tear this apart. So let's go ahead and see what this is all about. By the way, I just want to point out this is pretty great. It is getting ratioed on Twitter, this clip of them putting this out, which is great to see. That does make me very happy to see that. But let's go ahead and listen to this here.
Some will say, okay, so are you arguing for throwing out the Constitution? Should the Constitution be thrown out? What do we do? Is it a living document? Or is it a sacred document?
It's certainly not sacred, all right? Constitution is kind of trash. Now let's just talk as adults for a second.
Yes, let's just talk as adults for a second, because that is the only way how we're going to get through this and show that the Constitution is trash. Because apparently, if you like the Constitution, then you are not mature. You are not a wise intellect like Eli.
Say it's what?
It's kind of trash.
Trash.
It was written by
even. Oh man, even the people in The View are kind of like, what? That's hilarious.
Slavers and colonists, and white people who were willing to make deals with slavers and colonists. They didn't ask anybody who looked like me what they thought about the Constitution.
Some will say, okay, so are you arguing?
There might be a reason for that. I don't know if you looked at yourself in the mirror, but yeah, there might be a reason for that. But of course, this is what the left wants. They want to destroy the Constitution. That's what they are after. That's what they want to do more than anything else, really. So we're gonna kind of like take this apart a little bit. I don't know if most of you guys realize this, but there's this guy, an abolitionist from the past, who had a lot of really good stuff to say. He was a very interesting man, and his name was Frederick Douglass. If you don't know who Frederick Douglass is, I recommend going to do some research on him. But these are some of the things that he said back in like the 1800s in regards to some of the things about the Constitution. A black man, so just keep that in mind, since, the left wants to basically make it sound like that all black people are victims and they should all hate the Constitution. This is what Frederick Douglass, a man from back in those times, actually had to say. The Constitution is a glorious liberty document. Read its preamble, consider its purposes. Is slavery among them? Is it at the gateway or is it in the temple? It is neither. He also said, the Constitution knows all the human inhabitants of this country as the people. It makes, as I have said before, no discrimination in favor of or against any class of the people, but is fitted to protect and preserve the rights of all without reference to color, size, or any physical peculiarities. He also said this: abolish slavery tomorrow, and not a sentence or syllable of the Constitution needs to be altered. It was purposely so framed as to give no claim, no sanction to the claim of property in man. If in its origin slavery had any relation to the government, it was only as the scaffolding to the magnificent structure to be removed as soon as the building was completed. And of course, that is what the Declaration of Independence, that's what the Constitution was framed for, is so that, you're coming from a world where slavery was totally okay. They framed the Constitution in a way so that slavery would eventually be abolished thanks to the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence one day in the United States. But of course, they don't care about actual history. They don't care about any of that. And of course, there's probably some people that are going to be talking about the 3/5 clause and all that, who obviously do not even understand that. And even Frederick Douglass had talked about that as well, where the 3/5 clause wasn't about saying that, black people were only 3/5 human or anything like that. It was, talking about representatives from the southern states because, representatives, they established that representatives, the people were represented by one person for every 30,000 people. And so the southern states, they looked at that as an opportunity to kind of, take advantage of that system and pump out a lot of people who are pro-slavery people into Congress from the South, because they were using slaves as part of their population and stuff, even though they were also enslaving them and doing terrible things to them and everything else. So they were trying to basically manipulate the system in a way, and so they wanted to kind of show that they basically were trying to manipulate the system so that they could continue to have pro-slavery representatives in Congress. And you know, everyone or not everyone, but a lot of people in Congress were kind of like, yeah, we're not gonna let you get by with that. So they basically made the 3/5 clause that the pro-slavery states wouldn't be able to continue to put pro-slavery individuals into Congress and everything else, or more pro-slavery individuals than there needed to be. So you know, people like this, all these people do not understand history. They do not understand how this country was founded or anything else. They're just pumping out and pushing a lot of critical race theory propaganda, and it is all lies, it is all nonsense, and it has no place in our country. And the Constitution is not trash. It is a fantastic document, and it should absolutely not be abolished, even though that is what these types of individuals would love to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new here to my channel. I'd appreciate that a lot. Leave a like, a comment, all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon. Bye.